Hey y'all, Myrtle here. Welcome to this ad hoc video. This is going to be our France reaction. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. This is actually the very first song we reacted to of the year, but it got copyright claimed like 6 different times, and being the first video, I just did not have the patience to go through all of that right off the bat. So I canned it, I kept all the footage, just in case I had the energy at the end of the season to try to make some sort of semblance of a video for you guys. And so here it is. We have reacted to all the songs at this point. I do have a little bit of time, so this is the leftover of my efforts. I hope you do enjoy it. Thank you very much. Bonsoir! Greetings, fellow people, and welcome to a new season of Eurovision Reactions. If you're new here, welcome to our chaotic home. On my channel, we react for the very first time to brand new Eurovision entries without any knowledge of style, content, or context going into it. It's just we're giving our very first impressions. Are our musical opinions better than yours? Absolutely not.
Please reference all videos from last year.
Yes. We might say they are at the time, but we don't really mean it.
That's me.
Will our opinions change after we've heard the song a million times and learned more about what it's about? Likely, yes.
Every time.
Probably. But you are invited to participate in the very beginning of our journey with each of these songs. And today we will be reacting to France's entry.
France already?
France already.
Wow.
This song got released in November.
What?
Yeah.
What are they doing? What?
I know. People have been like, guys. So now we're recording this in January, and you're all like over it by now.
Is it just a pop song that they're like, all right, we've decided this is Eurovision entry now? Is that how that went?
Well, no, because that's not allowed. You can't release a song and then choose it for Eurovision.
But it's so early.
It is. I know. Eurovision came early this year. Previously on Eurovision, France last year we had Lazara with the song Évidemment.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Very nice.
It landed.
Sorry, that's probably a rude gesture for half of you watching.
Speaking of rude gestures, Lazara has since then been canceled because of her physical reaction to her scores. They wound up right in the middle of the pack, 16th from the jury and 14th from the televotes. She made a gesture, and then all of her concerts for the rest of the year were canceled. So
I forget did she do the gesture that I just did?
I didn't see the gesture.
I did the okay.
No.
What is American?
No,
I can't
it
remember
wasn't.
her gesture.
Nope.
It was a middle finger, but it was, according to her, in context, not an FU. It was more of a, well, that sucks. So anyway, we're all over that by now. This year, we have the artist Slimane with the song Mon Amour. So, impressions. What do we think we're going to encounter?
Oh, man.
Mon Amour.
Yes, if you...
That's such a basic name.
It is, but also then everybody knows what the song's about.
It's probably going to be in Italian.
Probably.
Historically, the French always
Again,
sing
if you're new, these pre-impressions are based on nothing.
Absolutely.
Literally nothing.
I've never...
I think it's going to be a beautiful ballad.
I think she's going to be very slender.
I think it's a man.
I think it
A
is too.
slim man?
Yeah. So I think it's a dude, and I'm really hoping this
I
is
tried
not...
to get there, and I failed.
Yes,
No, you
Carlina, I'm listening to you.
I really hope that it's not a ballad, but I so fear that it will be.
It's gonna be
I
a
would
ballad.
love it to be something more like jazzy and sultry if you're going to be like Mon Amour.
Well, Belgium might come in with a little jazzy sultry. They're usually good for a little jazzy. If France hasn't.
So that's what I would love,
Do love
but I
French
fear
jazz.
that it will be a standard ballad and I will be sad.
All right.
If it's French jazz, I will automatically like it 3 seconds in.
Yeah, and don't be put off by the way he's sitting.
It's just a face.
I love it. He means he loves it. He does that and says, all right,
It's just how I sit.
This is how you have to sit if you're
this
wearing
is the first
flannel.
video of the year. We don't have any control over this.
I believe that there will be some dancing that is mainly shoulders, but like the rest of the body is like this is just like shoulder, but the most of the,
I will say I went with a live performance. There were a couple of options to choose from, but I just picked the one that had the most views because I figured that's probably the best.
and the live version is closest to how it will be on stage.
Yes, if possible, I always like to pick a live performance because what she said, I don't have to say it again.
The vocals will be
Do
more
it,
live.
say it.
Vocals will be more live, and we do have captions on.
Yay!
Yes, when possible, we are going with captions this year. All right, you guys ready?
Interesting. I'll probably not read them because I'll forget.
That's fine.
Oh.
You do you, babe.
This is 100% how I do.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
The man.
Ooh, right into it.
His lashes are amazing.
It's always men with the good lashes.
Straight up.
Ooh.
Chainmail.
Close.
I'm expecting it to
Mirror.
get
made
more
out of
epic.
mirrors.
Nail.
Yeah. The arrangement so far sounds good. Now he's face on.
It's very French.
It is French.
His gesture.
I don't know you well enough.
Singing directly to you.
He's about to point. Definitely.
Back.
Mirror back.
Oh man, Eurovision, you guys.
Okay.
We've already got.
Go for it.
words. No, I'm reacting to you two reacting.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh, well that's meta.
We're gonna get super meta this year, so we're gonna have a video with me reacting to their reactions in this reaction video. It's gonna be epic.
Oh dear.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'm not doing that.
That's going on
I
Tyler's
can
channel.
go.
I would like to go first.
Okay, so the beginning, I thought it was gonna stay slow, and it did get some more momentum, which is good. Notoriously, I am not a fan of ballads, but this had more powerful emotion. Not more powerful emotions than a ballad. You know what I mean.
Would you call it a power ballad?
I don't know. I really liked when he went into his higher register. It sounded really good.
Mhm.
I think that the hand motions were a little distracting for me.
Do you feel like on the actual Eurovision performance? Well, I guess it's gonna be just staged however they want. Never mind. I retract.
I'm fine with the disco ball shirt. That's pretty
The
good.
disco ball shirt.
But like so I took acting classes in college, and when you are a beginning actor, people tend to like, oh, I'm doing this thing and I'm gonna do my hands, the gestures, exactly the things I'm saying. And it felt a little bit like that, like the gestures with his hands seemed too forced, and it was like, this is exactly what I'm saying, I'm gonna do this. So, and it might have been because it was such a close shot that it was more distracting.
It's very close.
Very close.
But they couldn't pull back too far because they would have ruined the surprise of
The
The
shirt.
disco shirt. True. I think that this song needs a live orchestra, and it would.
Oh,
Make it.
Eurovision. Bring me a live
Bring it
orchestra.
back.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know.
The instrumental didn't
Yeah,
sound like an
you need-
orchestra. It needs to sound like an orchestra, and it'll be perfect.
Do you need like 6 strings in chairs behind him? Or
Yeah.
standing and going crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all get to wear disco shirts.
Or just a timpani?
Everyone's wearing
all of the
disco
timpanis.
shirts.
Wow, that's an aggressive amount of disco shirts.
A septet.
Anything else?
Disco ball shirts. Yeah, and that's all.
Okay. My thoughts were very similar to yours. Obviously, the vocals are Very spot on. I'm not 100% sure how live this live performance was.
Yeah.
And I'm
Did
fine,
not seem live at all.
which might be a great thing.
It's just how they shot
And
it.
it might have been recorded live and then tweaked after the, like a lot of live performances are, dare I say, Madonna Eurovision. Anyway, I'm sure but I do trust that he has a very good live singing voice. And I'm just gonna take it at face value and say yes, that was modified.
Modicated, I think you mean.
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to read the lyrics and follow along, and for some parts of it I did, but I was so pulled in by the camera choices and by just his intensity of facial expressions and everything that the music producers were trying to get me to look at was what I was looking at. Not the lyrics, but from what I can tell, it seemed like the song fit the lyrics very well. It was sad. I was touched, although not as deeply as I probably should have been. And yeah, I think it had a very strong impact. This is very excellent.
Yep.
We're excellent.
They're excellent.
Good job, France.
Okay. So, me?
Yes. So I'm
Okay.
staring at you.
So, okay, I think that it started off very strong. I love his vocal quality, especially in the higher notes. A little less so in the lower register. I kind of thought he wavered a little bit, but that's just me. Also, overall, great vocal quality. And I was really feeling his vibe in the beginning, and I did read the lyrics along the whole time.
I knew she was going to, so I didn't feel so bad.
And also, like, watch his expressions and stuff, because, like, it is back and forth, right? And it is kind of repetitive, so I picked up and could continue watching.
Mhm.
And I did feel it so much in the beginning, like, okay, he's just really, like, he's reeling with this love that he has, and he's expressing it, and that felt so good. And then the song kept going, and he was more intense, and it just felt really, really creepy. And then up to, like, into the end, it has me questioning, is he actually just a stalker? Is this, like, a woman who doesn't know that he loves her? Like, doesn't, like, I don't know if she's aware of his existence, or what's happening, but it just started getting a little creepy the more and more, like, towards the end of the song, and when he started getting really intense, I'm like, this actually might be problematic. I don't know, but he's definitely filled with emotion, and he gets that across. Yeah.
Would you say that it could be one of those songs where it's like, if you're in a desperate mental state and you turn on music and you're like, oh my goodness, this speaks to me in the moment right now. Like, you could have people who are at any state of the relationship and they could listen to this song and be like, yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Including whether you're being stalked or you're passionately in love with someone or you've been together for 10 years and, like, the spark is gone or one of you has whatever.
Yes.
Like,
yes,
it's
I
just-
do. I think
that's
that is
clever
something.
writing.
Yes.
Because it's like, the more people can relate to a song in whatever state they're in.
So,
Yeah.
that's all I got.
Tyler.
Okay, so I think I will start out that I agree. I think he has solid vocals. I think he's a good performer. I think it's interesting that this is a live performance because it was definitely shot like a music video.
Sure. Which so is Eurovision for
I get, but
most part.
like during Eurovision, they like get out and you get the audience in some of it and all that. And this was all him. Like they had no zoom outs. I mean, as far as I know, there was no audience there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There was no noise from the audience, which in a ballad that's normal. But like,
Sure.
like,
Woo!
Yay! She's come back. Okay. Class. But it did
So
did
rude.
feel weirdly shot for a live performance.
Yeah.
But if it's a competition for Eurovision, it makes more sense, right?
Mhm.
So it's not just a standard concert or something like that.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah.
so it just gave me the feel like we were in a music video, which the mirror shirt does seem weird. I'm less enthralled by the
Eurovision.
disco ball effect. I'm like, Yeah, it's at least they did something with it. It wasn't just like a weird thing he was wearing.
Yeah.
But beyond that, after vocal quality, because he came in strong, like vocals are really good and all that. But and I was reading the lyrics at first, and then I kind of got bored, and I'm like, oh, it's one of these again.
Love songs.
Another one with the same lost love motif. And we're gonna do the same refrain over, and then we're gonna up the intensity at the end, and then it just over and over.
Give
And
the people what they ask for.
Yeah, like apparently they
You want
asked
the intensity to go down?
do it. I like
Or stay the same.
It's just very predictable. It's like watching a movie that like you're 5 minutes in, and like you're like from the preview you know how it's gonna end, and then you watch the movie and that's what it does. You're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but then you get to take part. You know the payoff is right there, and
Is
it
it?
happens, and you're like, yes.
I was not expecting a disco ball.
Okay, well, fair enough.
I was not expecting.
It's a song contest, Maya.
To his credit, it's a song.
So, I didn't think it was a bad song. It's
Sure.
I just found it, as I do with ballads pretty much all the time, I found it dull. And this is the kind of thing that France has brought over and over and over again, that is done
Not last
poorly.
year.
Yeah.
And I think
Last
that's
year's
my
was
point,
fabulous.
is like, they have, here and there, last year included, they do something very different and very French, right? And it's like,
You really like Je Cherche.
yes, yeah. And it's just like the only super French thing in this, other than singing in French, was when you went,
Super French, guys.
he did this,
In
thing.
quotes.
And I really love when France brings their A game, and this just really feels like when they punt because they didn't do well when they brought their A game. And they're like, oh, yeah, we'll just do the thing we've done 5 other times that didn't do well.
Wow. All right.
I'm pretty sure What's Her Face did really good.
What's her face?
Oh.
2 years
that-
ago.
Oh.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Yep. Dark hair.
With
yeah.
the curly hair.
Yes.
Which song? But it's like, I don't know.
Barbara
the-
Pravi.
Yeah.
The French
I
ballad
knew there was
thing,
a V.
the French ballad thing is just at a point like, this is what I expect from France most years.
Sure.
And so like last year I was really pleasantly surprised. I was hoping they would continue on the lines of doing something original.
France loves to do a dark stage with person standing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
that is their
At
favorite thing in the
Eurovision.
world.
specifically.
Even when they're not doing a ballad, they'll do that.
Yeah.
Like even with last year, like
Yeah.
she like just her on the thing, which is
It
fine,
always
but-
feels more intimate, even when
Yeah.
it's a big song.
what if France did some heavy metal?
That
Guys,
would be
what
awesome.
is-
Can we do that?
What are some good examples of French metal? Let us know in the comments, because I will absolutely listen to that.
I need to get in on it. It'll go on my list.
I would also
Playlist.
accept some really hard E EDM.
Oh, yes.
French EDM. How does EDM become French? Is it just produced by French folk?
I think we know.
Does EDM have a default nationality? I mean,
Like-
Dutch, but
I mean, yes.
That's what the D stands for.
oh, electronic Dutch music.
Yes.
But we digress. You okay? I'm dying so hard. You guys are very close to me.
Glorious.
I was trying at first to figure out what the mirrors were, if there was some like deeper meaning, like, oh, is this meant to be like a fractured reflection of something? And then they turned the lights on. I was like, oh yeah, disco ball.
Thinking like,
Yeah.
oh, it's an analogy to his broken heart and his
Self-reflection.
and his all these things like it's just a lighting
No,
effect.
It's just a lighting effect. Well, I think it's early days, obviously. We don't know what the rest of the competition is going to be like this year. This feels really strong to me. So I don't know if that's just 'cause I'm in a really positive attitude because, yay, Eurovision.
is.
I think
or-
it's a strong start. Like, I think a lot of times when we have the first song of the season, it's kind of like,
Oh.
and then they revamp it, and then it's okay.
Yes.
But this seems like I don't know if they're gonna revamp it that much. Like,
what would
maybe
they
they'll
do?
put an orchestra,
Yeah.
like I
Yes,
said,
they
but
can do
Add an English chorus.
And
It doesn't need it. Just FYI. It doesn't need any English.
I think as the Big Five goes, it's a strong start. I think as like Eurovision in general goes, it's a medium start.
Big Five has been.
They've
they've
been
been kind of doing really good.
Fair enough. Like the last like 2 years, they have had much stronger entries. So I will agree with that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's probably. We could continue babbling, which we do anyway.
All the time.
But I
Off we go.
think that's gonna be it for a recording today. Let us know how you feel about this song, if you're still listening to it, or if you listened to it 10 times in November and got over it, and how you think their chances are this year. And we will meet you back next time. I don't know who's next yet because none of the other songs are released. Okay, bye!
Bye.